Okay, so what do we do first? Can somebody suggest?
Actually set G prime of x.
Yes, so step one, you assign something to this one. Right? So we'll say f of x, but you can name it something else. Like for the honor of Patrick here, I'll put p. Okay? Function p. Px will be e to the x cosecant of x dx. And don't ask me what the antiderivative is, because that's an impossible integration to do. Okay? And then if this is true, then what is p prime of x?
Same thing. It's e to the
The
x.
thing inside, right? It's e to the x cosecant of x. Oh, by the way, this is slightly wrong because this should be px plus c, but it's okay. You have a question?
Can you explain again why it says t, but then you switch it to x?
So the question was why this is in t and I put it in x? Because, I mean, if you want, I can put t. Doesn't matter.
I didn't know if there was like a specific, because I just don't.
Right.
There's a gap in my understanding.
Right. Good point. Yeah. So if this was t, that would be fine as well.
Okay.
And still f prime of x will be this one.
Okay.
Right? Because all you're doing is f prime of t will be e to the t cosecant of t, but we can replace t by x, and then this is what you'll get.
Okay.
Right? So maybe I'll but if you write this, then that's like too much work. So I just wanted to get to the point straight away. But if the integral of this is p of t, then p prime of t should be what you integrated, right? But then if you ask what p prime of x, then you're replacing t by x. So everything on the right side you should be replacing by x. Okay.
Sorry to keep asking questions, but
That's-
so in the original example, g of x, why does it switch to t after the integral?
Oh, that's actually a good question. Thank you. Yeah. So g of x means x is the variable that changes. Okay. So you can plug in 1 into x, 2 into x, 3 into x, whatever, right?
Okay.
The problem is if you put this as x and you plug in 2 here, then 2 would go here and even there, and it totally doesn't make any sense. Like if you have integral of, say, 2 squared d2, what does that mean? It doesn't make any sense because 2 is a constant, so you can't. This just becomes 0.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
to make sense out of this definition, the integrating constant or integrating variable should be t, whereas the bounds would be a function of x.
Okay.
Okay, and then, so that's step 1. Then step 2, you write out what that is using the fundamental theorem of calculus, FTC1. That's step 2, right? You say, well, since I know the antiderivative, or we're faking it, right? We don't really know it, but we're faking it, thinking that it's p of t. So if we do know the p of t, then we'll integral from 2x to x squared e to the t cosecant of t dt. You write its antiderivative, and you plug in the 2 endpoints. Right? That's the from here to there. That's fundamental theorem of calculus. And then you write out what that means. It means p of x squared minus p of 2x. And it's really these 2 steps you have to worry about. The remaining steps are pretty straightforward. You just have to do the calculations. So I'm not even going to say steps. So what is g prime of x now? G prime of x would be p of x squared minus p of 2x prime, right? Okay, tell me what p of x squared prime is. P prime of x squared times 2x. Okay, what about p of 2x prime? P prime of 2x times 2. And both of these are the derivative of the inside functions, right? Because of the chain rule says You have to differentiate the inside function. They appear on outside. Okay, and now you have to figure out what p prime of x squared is and p prime of 2x is, but we have the definitions here, right? P prime is like e to that thing cosecant of that thing. So into this, you just have to plug in x squared and also 2x. Right? So you want to put e to the x squared cosecant of x squared times 2x. Usually you want to write down polynomials in front. Okay. Same thing here. You want to put 2 in front, and p of 2x would be e to the 2x cosecant of 2x. So that's the answer.